Hello there, friends, and welcome to my video. I am Mickey B. Have we met? If not, it's nice to meet you, and if we have, it's always good to see you again. Boy, do I have a product to share with you today, especially if you are someone who has issues getting a good night's sleep. And if you know anything about me, you know I have been dealing with that for quite some time now. I have insomnia, I have restlessness, I don't sleep for 8 hours. I sleep in little hour intervals, and I sometimes wake up not feeling well rested, and so on and so forth. So today, I'm going to share a product with you that, if you're experiencing issues like that, can give you answers to some of the data that this product will collect to tell you about your sleep health and some of the things that you can do to improve it, but more importantly, make you aware of the sleep health that you currently have. SOMNDEEP is the company that reached out to me, and they reached out to me to invite me to experience their product and to help them promote it. When I saw what the product was, which is the Smart Sleep Optimization System, I wasn't sure if it was something that I could really have an interest in or could benefit me. I had never heard of it before, but when I thought about it and I kind of reviewed their website and saw the features of what this product offers, I thought, well, I do have sleep issues, and maybe this can be informative for me. Maybe it will help me learn something about the issues that I'm having and hopefully help to correct them. So I agreed to take them up on their offer. Now, as I unbox the product, I am going to share with you some of the features that they highlight from what's listed on the box right here. The biggest and the most popular highlight for me, and the one that got my attention, is the fact that no wearables are needed. You do not have to wear anything, hint, hint, on your arm, your wrist, your neck, or anything. There's nothing on your person. And that part I like, because to get a good sleep, you want to feel free in your clothes. You want to feel free from stuff hanging on you or attached to you. And that, to me, really got my attention. So in addition to the fact that there are no wearables, it also says it offers all-night protection. There are smart alerts. It provides sleep-enhancing soundscapes. It's safe and reliable, and it has a soothing sleep light. So when I received the box, I thought, wow, that is a tiny little box for a system that claims to do so much. But I tell you, you have everything you need. And that is, to me, another benefit of it, is the fact that it is so small and it does so much. I like devices that have a small footprint. So I'm going to show you how I attached it to my bed, and I'm going to show you other ways that you could attach it if you didn't want to put it on your bed. But again, you don't have to wear anything, and that to me was the #1 selling point. Now let's go ahead and take a deep dive into this product. But first, and most importantly, can I just say thank you to SOMNDEEP for contacting me to share this product and to experience this product, and again to share it with you guys, because I know there are many people out there who can use and benefit from this. So let's also just start. Look at the box. Look at the presentation. Look at how neat that is. This would make a great gift for anyone you know who's struggling. You don't even have to be struggling with sleep disorders or issues. You just might want to understand your sleeping habits. But the presentation, it's already set up for you to present this as a wonderful gift to someone who you may know that you might want to receive this. So we've got this manual inside, and this manual is important because it gives you the information that you need to install it correctly. It tells you the different measurements that you need to have when you if you're going to install it on your headboard like I did. So there's a certain height and distance and position that you have to set it up in order to have the data correct properly based on who's in your bed, what type of bed you have, and how you sleep. If you sleep on the side, if you sleep on your back, if you sleep in the middle, so on and so forth. So this manual is very important and very clear in helping you to understand how to set it up. And speaking of setup, very, very easy installation, very few moving parts and not difficult at all. So I have the device right here, and what I like about it, look at how tiny it is. So you look at, it's thin, it's small. Look at inside of my hand, not a big footprint, and I really like that about it. And then as far as installation, this is attached to the power cord, and it is, I believe I showed you in the unboxing, but let's take a closer look here. So it's a USB-C to USB-C. So you're going to plug the device into the power cord, and then the power cord, it's just a regular USB. So right now, as I'm speaking, of course, this is installed, like I said, on my headboard in my bedroom. But right now, I have it hooked up through my laptop, and it powers it. There you go. Let me see. It says hello there. So it's a very easy setup. Basically, there is an app that you're going to have to add to your phone because it works through the app. I'll share that with you as well. But let's just look again at how tiny the device is. And you see that little header? You can pick the little pictures that you want to show up. They have different faces that you can, through the app, put on your device. So you saw these cute little figures, you know, something pink and cute I was definitely going to go for. But this little device has a soothing night light, and this button right here is the button that turns on the night light. So you see the light come on there, and I'll insert some pictures here. Oh, you can see the glow, the soft, warm glow of this light as it is installed on my headboard. Now there are different options of light, and I just hit the button. Can you hear the water? So it has water sounds, it has bird sounds, it has crickets. All through the app, you can choose which light you want. If you don't want a light, as you see here, you can turn it on or you can turn it off. Let me hit the button for you. So you can turn it on or you can turn it off. Some are brighter than others, and then some, I like a warm, at night when I'm trying to sleep, I like a warm light like this one, kind of like a sunset light. So that's the one that I chose. And then for the sound, once you select the sound that you want, you just hit the sound button. And there you have, I have the running stream sound because I like water sounds, but you can have both of them on. You have the light and you can have the water sounds, or you can just have the sounds and turn off the light, or you can just leave the light on and turn off the sounds. If you do turn on either or both, once you fall asleep, they turn off. Again, you're not wearing anything. This is next to you on your headboard, wherever you have it installed. For me, it's on my headboard. So I sleep on my side, and as I'm sleeping on my side, this is, you know, propped up on my headboard facing me at an angle. So it's helping to collect my data. So I just really wanted to show you how small it is and just the features right off the bat with these two buttons represent. But then if you tap it like that, it gives you the time. It's a military time, and then it gives you that cute little face that I selected anyways, but they have multiple different faces that you can put on here. So when you wake up in the morning, or anytime you want to tap it to find out what time it is, you can do that. But if you tap it to, what is this? To the left. So if you tap it to the left, it tells you your latest score. And you see that? I got a D, and it says I got 1 hour and 48 minutes of sleep. And it also gives you the date up there at the top. I know it's kind of small, but then if you swipe again, and I want you to see this. So there's you tap it first thing in the morning to get your information. You swipe it, you get your bad grade, or I get my bad grade and the date and the hours of sleep. Last night I was up all night editing, so I got a horrible score. And then it gives you the sleep details. It says I was in bed by 5:48 and I got up at 8:19. a total of 2 hours and 31 minutes. So it gives you that information. And then so you keep swiping, it tells you different information about your sleep patterns. It says the sleep details. I went to sleep at 6:12 and I woke up at 8 a.m. So I got an hour and 48 minutes of sleep. And then I keep swiping. It says my awake time. Now, I'm not sure why that's 0. Oh, probably because I was so tired. As soon as I laid down, I went right to sleep. That would make sense. So I didn't have any awake time, and I didn't have any REM sleep, that rapid eye movement sleep, that deep sleep that really helps to heal our bodies. So that's why I like this, because this is giving me information in my face, showing me that you are not doing yourself a favor by not getting good sleep. And then it tells me that I had an hour and 11 minutes of light sleep. So it goes on. And then I only had 36 minutes of deep sleep. So if you wake up and you don't feel rested and you still feel tired, this will give you the data to help you understand why you're feeling how you're feeling in the morning and why you didn't, like, it just lets you know what type of sleep you had. Now, I didn't have any night wakes because I didn't really go to sleep at night. I went to sleep early this morning and then I had to get up for work. So it says sleep stress index. Now that seems to be good. I don't know why that's good and everything else is so bad. But once you go through your data, sleep details, it gives you your breathing. What does this say? Your breathing quality score. So my breathing quality score, that's the one thing that's been consistently good. And I'm going to show you my report card that I've been using for the last I think almost 3 weeks now. But the last detail is risk of apnea, sleep apnea. And that also has been consistently low. So that's a good thing. But this is just the information that you get right on the device. And then if you swipe it up, you can change the volume, the brightness. There's different options that you have here that you can choose through or select through. And so this one, I just want to point out, it has an alarm here. So you can set an alarm to go off once you go to sleep. I used it twice and that alarm scared the crap out of me. This is the loudest, most abrupt alarm I've ever heard. I don't know if you can change it to different sounds yet. I haven't had time to research that, but I think there are at least 3 alarm options. I'm not sure. Meditation, if you click that, it gives you 5 minutes and you hit start. If you just like, oh, I need to relax, this is driving me crazy, I need to meditate. So you hit that meditation button and then listen to the music. So it's calming music and it helps you to just relax, and it automatically sets for 5 minutes. Here is a brightness button. If you select the brightness, it'll let you increase or decrease, and that is the brightness of this screen. So if I was to hit plus, 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 you see how it's getting brighter. So when you turn it on at night, that little watch face will be much brighter, or it can be low. And I like to keep it pretty low because I don't want it to keep me awake. I already have the soft glow light. It doesn't affect that. It affects the face, the screen. So I keep that kind of low because I don't want to be awakened when I'm trying to go to sleep, and a bright light will keep me awake. And then the first one is the volume button right here. If I click the volume, let's see, if I play the music, it should pertain to the music. Okay, so I've got the music on, and let's hit that plus button. So that's what the volume controls, if you want to hear that louder. Of course, when I'm trying to sleep, I like that to be low as well. So you can adjust that to, you know, according to your needs. So that's what the volume button is. Let's turn the water off. But again, you can do little immediate things like this on the actual device, which is what I was just showing you here. And then when you add the app to your phone, you can do all of this and more through your phone. But when you pull it up on your phone, that's when you'll get all of the detail that this doesn't allow you. You'll get the tips and different things. But if once you wake up and you're just like, how did I do? And you just want to see, your immediate results, it'll give you like a temporary result, and then throughout the course of the day, it solidifies it and you get the final data. So I like that you can just get all of this information right at your fingertips. And then if you go to your phone, you can get that information and more on your phone through the app. It is important to add the app to your phone so that you can change the device faces. You can change the different lights features. If you want a brighter light or if you want a more warm light, it gives you those different options. There is one thing that I definitely want to mention that some people may have concerns about, and that is the fact that whether or not there is a camera included in this, that there is no camera, there is no monitoring, and your privacy is protected. It is a completely private device that does not monitor you. There's no camera built into this. So if that's a concern to anyone, it does not include a camera. So there is nothing being recorded other than the data. Now let's talk about the simple and easy installation. You first decide where you want to install it. Now, if you don't want to install it on your headboard, or if you have a headboard that will not allow you to install it because it might be fabric, or it's just a headboard that you choose not to, adhere something to, well, they have an option on the website. I'll put a picture of it right here, where it's almost like a little tripod that you can purchase and use that little tripod device to attach this onto it, and then you can just sit it on the side of your bed. I thought that was pretty neat. My headboard is wood, so I didn't have any issue attaching it to it. And let me just show you how simple it is, because you saw it came with these it came with 4 adhesive pads, and I used 2 of the 4. And all I did was there was 2 magnets that it came with. So I put one of these on one of the magnets, and then let's say this is a magnet. I put one on the magnet, peeled off the side, put it on the magnet, and then I peeled off the other side, stuck it to my headboard in the position that the proper height that it needed to be in the distance from where you need it to be based on the instructions. So make sure, don't just stick it anywhere. Make sure you read the instructions and stick it in the proper place, because it is adhesive. So that's what I did with one of these. And then the second one, as you see here, the second magnet, I added another adhesive onto it, and then I peeled off the other side and stuck it to this bracket. So this is the second magnet that I used, and you can see the adhesive pad that's adhering the magnet to this bracket. The other one is on my headboard, so obviously I can't show you that one. So this magnet now attaches to the magnet on my headboard, and then that's what and then the device, this attaches, this is magnetic also, this part right here, and it is magnetic that attaches to this indentation here. So as you see, they attach. So when I have this on my headboard, I take this and I attach it, and then I can maneuver it. It has a little flexible, you can angle it towards you, you can keep it straight, you can make it go down a little depending on, where you are and how you sleep. So when I have mine on my bed and I adjust it like this, if my head is here and I'm laying, here's the headboard, and I'm laying here, I angle mine towards my face like that. Or in this case, if I was laying here, I would angle it towards me so it can collect data properly. So realistically, when I sleep, I'm laying down right here, and there is my device. But here's my device right there. And if I tap it like that, I can just turn it on, or I can get some music, and I can get that light, and it's so handy. And when I go to sleep, when I'm really ready to go to sleep, I'll put this on my head or like that to block the light. and it still collects and tracks the information. And then once I fall asleep, let me take these off. Once I fall asleep and I'm nice and knocked out, then this light is gonna, when I wake up in the morning, this light is off and so is the music. So, and then but it's always on. It tracks during the night hours. I guess it tracks according to the clock, which is how it knows when you go to bed and when it doesn't. So it's always on. So again, you don't have to worry about charging it. You don't have to wear anything. So I think that is definitely a plus. And I have just a full-size bed, so I had contemplated putting it here in the middle, but I'm glad I didn't, because I thought, they say if you move around in your bed from side to side to put it in the middle, and I contemplated that, but I actually sleep more this way. So this is perfect for me. So yeah, it's very simple, very easy, and you get a wealth of information about who you are, how you sleep. I'm ready to go to sleep right now. The reason that they collect data during our sleep is because it is the one time that our body is the most stable and where they can collect consistent physiological data, because we're still, we're relaxed, we're peaceful, there aren't any distractions. Once we lay down and rest and fall into a deep sleep, or when we're in that process of going to sleep, versus when you're awake, you're walking around, you have environmental factors, emotional factors, you're busy, you got outside sounds and noises, so different distractions that keep the data fragmented, and that data isn't very accurate. So they track the data when you're asleep, when you're just still, when you're supposed, the most still and stable that you're going to be in compared to during the daytime. And that makes a lot of sense. So the data can be collected and they can provide a lot more accurate information regarding your sleep habits than opposed to monitoring you during the day. But all in all, I am enjoying this device. I like the little night light. I like the music. Sometimes when I'm just sitting in my bed, I just turn the music on, and it's very quick. It's easy. It works through your Wi-Fi. So as long as your Wi-Fi is connected and you're not having any issues with that, then it's always available to just pop on, and you can see what time it is. You can get a little light if you need it, get the music. And then if you have your phone handy and you want to play around with changing the face of the device, you can do that, or you can change the sounds, or you can just look at your history and review how you have done, from week to week. I had no idea that I would really have an interest in it, or if it's something that would really benefit me, because I had not heard of it before. But after having used it and experienced it, I've learned a lot about myself, my sleep habits, and there's so much more this device can do. Now, I could go on and on talking about this device, but hopefully I've shared enough with you in this video so that you can get a good idea of what this product is, what it does, and how it can benefit you. So if you're interested in this product, I'll leave the link to the product in the description box. And if you have any questions about it, if you want to know more about my experience with this product, then please leave any questions you might have in the comment section, and I'll be happy to respond based off of my experience. So thank you to SOMNDEEP for allowing me to share this product with you guys and to experience it for myself, because this was one of those times where I thought, I already have one of these, I don't need this. But the fact that when it said there was nothing wearable, and I thought about it, having to charge this up all the time, make sure it was powered and that it didn't run out of battery throughout the night, it just made sense to actually give this a try. And then when I saw how much more extensive it was than this one, it was a no-brainer. So I'm glad that I took them up on their invitation and tried it for myself, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. So give it a try. This is a great gift for anyone. You don't have to have a problem to want to understand your sleep patterns and to know if they're already good. That's a great thing. But if they're not, then this is definitely something you might want to be interested in to find out how you can improve your overall sleep health and improve your overall health, because good sleep contributes to good health. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. No pressure. I'll be here when you're ready. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.